glowing.
Yeah.
Let's actually let's get an intro going, and then we'll get into the
On
discussions.
the intro. On the intro. Is that what you want, boys? Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah.
The boss has spoken.
Yeah. And we're live. Are you going to play something for us, or is it R. Kelly?
Again.
That actually reminds me. Turn my phone off.
Rook, how much weight do you have to cut for this weekend?
0.
Okay, if I say that Pepsi Max, I'm going to do you much help.
Pepsi
I brought it for you.
Max. My
For me?
man. Jeez, the
That'd be
last
nice
time
to
I
you.
saw Pepsi Max was 19 never.
Yeah, so we drink lots of Pepsi Max, actually.
Really?
So good.
It's like the one thing I can't kick is like diet soda.
Pepsi.
No, just diet soda in
I
general.
actually didn't want this. I wanted that delicious sugar-free iced tea you introduced me.
That's good, eh?
But they don't have it at like half the places. So
That's
I was
good,
like,
eh?
oh, well, I've already walked in, yeah? Can't walk out with nothing. I'll feel like I cheated myself.
I did
so-
that the other day on the way to pick up old Wallace here. He was crying about a monster rehab. And like I pulled into the cafe by his house. What's it called? Like Paul's or something. And I was like, Paul's definitely got this shit.
Oh, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. There next to the
Walked
pizza
in
store.
there, like had a little look around, walked around. They're like, you know, one of those are like, buy or leave, sir. Sorry, I'm out of here.
Oh, that was
Once-
before EFC.
Yeah.
That was
On the way
good.
EFC.
So long until the next EFC, bro.
Jesus, bro.
It feels like it's been an eternity since we were at the last one, and now. Did you see Rich's Google Rashi?
I'm so jealous.
Literally, my mate who lives in Holland comes back, brings me a Google Rashi, and then gives one to Rich. And Rook's like, what if I've known you my whole life?
Taught me paintball and everything.
I taught you paintball.
He did, yeah. Him and one of the other guys who grapples with us now had a little, they did pretty well, like a
Yeah.
Div 3 paintball team.
How do you
And then,
how do you teach somebody
we
paintball?
only had a couple
Just aim and
sessions,
shoot,
but-
really.
No, it was like speedball. It was
Yeah,
I know, it's
quite-
intense.
Where you got to have the trigger fingers.
That's
Yep.
it. And we used to,
I
we only
hate
had a
those
couple sessions,
fuckers.
but there's lots of like technical aspects to it. That you
But I hate
wouldn't-
those fuckers. When you just out there with the fucking 1 bullet per minute cuck thing that's always getting jammed, and then these oaks just come there like, hey, bro. Like fucking awesome, mate.
We go through these patches where we get super pumped on something, and then we all get into it, and then some of us fall away, and then some of them stay.
Hey?
So
And then
paintball was Rourke. Rourke stayed. Everyone else fell away, but we all got like the best marker, or like the best marker we could afford, best hopper, the best everything.
I was actually a bit of like a black market paintball marker dealer at
Yeah,
one
he,
point.
he literally had an income at the age of 12, just wheeling and dealing paintball markers. He's like, I bought this for 5, I sold it for 10. The next one, like,
I
Rourke,
bought-
how do you always have money? You're only like 12 years old.
Yeah, my first marker was only worth like 2.
They
And I
say
think by
that
the end of it, I made 1,000 and ended up with a 10,000 rand gun.
they said that that's like the gateway to drug smuggling.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And Rourke's always rocking up here
Well,
in
they
his
ended-
new Reebok tees, buy gin.
So back to my mate from Google.
We didn't
He-
God.
He didn't bring Rourke around. He did bring Rourke a Hodger Gracie shirt
It's my
though.
favorite
Hooja.
shirt.
Yeah,
Warren got the V-neck
I got the V-neck.
one.
He went to, so he has to go over to the States every year for the thing at San Francisco headquarters.
Yeah.
So he always has to also stop in New York. So the first time he went to Marcelo Garcia's academy. And on his flight home, he noticed something on his finger. By the time he got back to Holland, it was like completely infected. Went to the doctor, got staph on his first trip to New York. So he's like, sweet. He's going to go back. When he goes back the following year, he's going to go to Haynes Gracie's academy so that he doesn't run into the same issue. He went there with like a little cut on his knee or something like that. Went to Haynes Gracie's on the way back to Holland. Noticed an infection. Full-blown staph again.
Fuck.
Bro, those mats are... I've rolled at Haynes Gracie, New York, bro. Those mats... There's so much
Just too
bodily
many
fluid.
people, yeah.
Yeah, there's so many people and so much bodily fluid on that.
Oh,
like
that
one
gives me
oak
the
has to be
heebie-jeebies, eh?
one oak has to be like slightly infected and that's it. You're done.
Dude,
bro.
you know...
I like
do you-
I had like rash guard, pants, spats, like gloves.
Do you remember? In Martin's last camp when everyone decided for the last 30 minutes, we had to grapple with no shirt on.
Yes.
You guys remember that? I remember you guys saying to me like, "That's what's
But
going
Rich
down."
always said it nicely, like if you want to, but there was like this like kind of like pressure, like
Yeah,
you should
everyone's doing it, bro.
you should probably do it. The girls are okay, like you can keep your shirt on, but the guys like
Bro,
It's like
that
shirts and skins. That's it.
that
Everyone's
that
skin.
We're not
noise,
gonna accept if there's any shirts on them.
that fucking noise
Oh.
from sweaty body contact will stay with me for a
well,
long
Mart
time.
just
let me tell you.
continued with it. I was running Mart today. He was had no shirts on.
Look,
I was
it
like,
makes a fucking lot of sense. It
Bro,
makes a
yeah,
shitload of sense.
it makes such a big difference. We were doing guard passing today, and I literally couldn't
Just
connect
like-
them. I couldn't get everything that touched them was like. I was like, oh fuck. But yeah,
It makes a lot of sense. I think it's fucking brilliant. It's
Yeah.
just, yeah. It was an experience.
Yeah.
Let me put it to you that way. It was a good time.
Mm.
Slibbering and slobbering around. I was wearing like this, like, yaku.
yuck.
You know, like that, like almost like sleeveless, like under, like to wear like under your shirt or whatever, like to
Yeah.
grab. I was wearing it, and so like JP comes to me and he's like, "No shirts off for you today, boy." And I'm like, I just give it one of these. I'm like, "Listen, bro, nobody wants to wrestle the rug. Let's just take it easy. You're gonna get a mouthful of chest hair, boy. Let's just calm it down."
Have you ever watched that guy Rustam Chisiev when the guys grapple him in like ADCC and EBI and all of that?
Bro,
He's like got like a jersey on.
dude, it was in not this UFC, the one before, I think. There was some Russian fella.
Oh, I remember that.
I think you look. I apologize to Mother Russia. He might be like Georgian, Albanian, who the fuck
No,
knows.
I think it was Russian.
He was like, bro, they could literally have sewn a blanket for the whole fucking stadium with that fella's hair. Har Razel. Jeepers, the boy was fucking hairy as fuck, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's
Listen,
never
I got a set of hair on me, make no mistake. But that fella makes me look like a 4-year-old child, bro. The amount of hair he has. Good lord. Good lord. What you got for us here, boy?
I don't know.
Fight Night Boston. When was
Oh,
that?
you're going forward.
I
That's
think
coming up.
That's coming up on this Friday.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So it'll be a Saturday morning card here.
Cool.
Oh, that's all. Oh, that's the Reyes Weidman
Mm,
fight.
big
That's
fan.
good, eh?
I like that.
I
fight.
like Reyes, bro. And the thing is, like, if the Weidman who was the champion pitches up, I think he'll do very well. But Reyes is fucking
He's good, bro. I think Reyes is the true next contender at
Yeah.
light heavyweight. If he can get past Chris Weidman.
Mm.
Chris Weidman is no joke, dude. The funny
No,
thing is, do you
100%.
think like I was listening to someone say about this, like how I want to say like a lot of wrestlers, like especially like, you know, your NCAA kind of wrestlers, all Americans, fall in love with like that knockout feeling, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fuck, you spark Anderson Silva, you know, and then you just like become addicted to that, and,
Yeah.
you almost forget what got you to the dance. Do you reckon like that's the case with Chris Weidman? Or
Just click on Chris's record. If I remember correctly, like Chris has been like generally does well in the fights
Yeah.
and then like loses it at the end.
Yeah, like
So like the
silly
Yoel
mistakes
Romero
kind of
fight,
thing, bro.
I thought he won round 1 and 2
Mm.
against Yoel, and then he did like a switch double or something like that, and then like flew into Yoel's knee.
Yeah.
The Rockhold fight was silly because he did the spinning.
Yeah. He fucked that up. A spinning back kick.
Yeah.
He got taken down and fucking marauded.
Yeah. So I mean, that was like a weird finish against Luke, then a weird finish against Yoel. I think Gegard fucked him up like properly. Then he beat Calvin, which is a decent win.
Yeah.
Scroll up. And then Jacare is no slouch, bro. So
Jacare knocked him out, eh?
TKO.
But also, bro, to get knocked out by Jacare, I mean...
But Jacare is powerful.
No,
right?
for sure. But a guy like of Chris Weidman's, like you say, it's a lot of he makes a lot of silly mistakes.
Yeah.
Like silly things. He like loses concentration kind of thing.
And at that level, you can't do that.
Yeah, no.
It's.
I mean, bro, look at
brutal.
this, folks. Go down a little bit, Rock. So...
up
look
until
at this,
Rockhold, he was
folks.
undefeated.
Okay, so
bro.
from your Anderson Silva, Machida, Vitor Belfort. Okay, all aging a little bit. Okay, go up, bro. Let's see. That's down.
Yeah,
bro.
that's the
I mean,
opposite
who's
direction.
counting?
Sorry.
Luke Rockhold, Yoel Romero, Gegard Mousasi, Calvin Gastelum, Jacare.
He's literally fought the who's who of middleweight, bro.
Dude. And they're
There's
like, cool, I know you've lost 3 in a row, but here's Calvin. And I know you've like 3 and 4, here's Jacare. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, bro.
That's the
tough, eh?
thing with like the UFC. Like, once you reach a certain tier, there's no going back. Whether
Yeah.
you got three losses on the trot, sorry, dude. Like, it's just gonna get. There's no like, okay, cool. Let's take you back down and wind it down a little bit.
Yeah. I think also with his contract, I remember him talking about in the past where he does all these contract negotiations with Lorenzo Fertitta.
Yeah.
And even when the WME buyout happened, he was still doing these negotiations with Fertitta, and Fertitta was like a middleman between him and WME. So I think he's got like a fat contract.
Yeah.
So you probably find that he pretty much, you can only fight like the biggest stars on that type of contract.
Yeah,
you know?
sure.
Yeah, they were like, cool, here's the top 5, pick who you want.
Yeah.
Okay, you just lost.
May the force
Pick
be with
again.
you. They're like,
Okay, you just lost. Pick again.
okay, there's
Oh,
nobody
look.
left in the top 5. You're gonna have to change weight divisions. Cool.
No, what do you
Dominic
know? The
Reyes.
top
Okay,
five-
number 2. Dominic Reyes.
Top 5 has been reshuffled, pick again.
But that card, this card on Friday is quite nice, eh?
Yeah, let's check it out. I like this fight. There's a lot of things happening here because automatically someone emerges here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Dom Reyes, which I think we're all thinking, you know, should get it done. Chris Weidman's a bit of unknown at light heavyweight. You know what I mean? He's a monster,
massive,
dude.
bro.
So either way, you get a contender. Like, in my head, I would love to see Chris Weidman, John Jones. So I don't know if Dom Reyes is quite there. You know what I mean? I think Chris Weidman with the wrestling makes it a little bit more interesting for me, but I don't know at the same time.
The only problem is anyone who fights John Jones, it's like
Pictogram.
it's so tough, bro.
But do you guys follow that that dude who does all those animations, that Musjahid?
The weird ones where it's like a big bobblehead type of thing, and then
No, bro, go, just open up Instagram there, and every time it's John Jones, he just goes pictograms, and he starts singing Hallelujah. It's the best shit ever. How to say? Oh, Guy Lazarus, did you just get a 4th stripe? Congrats, buddy. Congrats, buddy. Well done. The old G-Laz dog killing it on the mat. What does he say? Been out of training for nearly 2 weeks because of some family stuff and work. Cool story, bro.
literally speaking to him today to try and get him to come to Durban, but
Unacceptable. That's unacceptable.
I think now he's got a stripe. He has to come to
Yeah,
Durban.
he has to. It's
Yeah,
like,
You have to
you
break.
can't not protect your
You
stripe.
have to break the stripe head.
Everyone
you-
wants to see the rematch. So
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
And he's like a couple
He
of
just
stripes
said
up,
to me, I've beaten Rock already. So to go down to Durban and to do it again.
That sounds like some fighting talk to me, bro.
Joking.
That sounds
didn't
like
say
some
that.
fighting talk
He
to
didn't
me.
say that.
His blue belt's also looking a little bit wrecked, eh?
Yeah.
Mm.
Korea blue belt. Just kidding.
Blue belt's for life.
I'm just kidding. Listen, so search, I don't know how to say the Soak's name, just like start typing MOJ there, or even on YouTube maybe. There, that dude. Have you ever seen this
these
shit?
videos, yeah.
Yeah, this one. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I love this shit. Let's play one of these, Rocky. Go to John Jones.
It
yeah,
is a John
Adesanya.
Jones.
Yeah. It might be loud. I do apologize.
Oh yes, Izzy. Oh yes.
It's his shirt, pinch of salt.
Right now, I have 2 different plans. I have a plan A and a plan B.
These things.
I fucked up. Hold on a second.
Oh, it's so good. Okay, that's enough of that. I love that
The
shit
only
so
John
much,
Jones
eh?
one that doesn't say pictogram on
Yeah,
it.
pictogram. Dude, I can watch these things all day. It's so bad, eh?
Let's go back to the card.
The studios, and he's like, the next day, those things are art. I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
how he does that shit. Cool. Jeremy Stevens.
They're running it back.
Oh, dude. This is going to be a
gonna be violent,
fire
bro.
fight.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, for me, like, I think I picked Yair in the last one. All of a sudden, I think my pick's changing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I think I'll
Rourke says to me the other day, "You're a one-trick pony like Jeremy Stevens with these knockouts." I was like, if I literally had one trick and my trick was to knock people out, I'd be so stoked,
yeah,
bro.
be
I'd
gangster.
be so stoked.
Be gangster. Yeah, dude. I think Jeremy Stevens is just one of those guys. I just think from like a mentality point of view, when you've now pissed him off like beyond repair. I don't want to piss off, but also like the dude came out of hospital with like a torn fucking eyeball, and now he's ready to fight again. You know, makes you got a couple of
Did
hippo
you
eyes
see
here.
Cam's eye today?
It's meant to, eh?
It was hectic, bro. He looks like that thing looks infected, bro. Mart
And in other news,
gave him an eye poke by mistake.
ooh,
It looked
leke.
broken, bro.
Leke. Greg Hardy. Yes, UFC are riding that Greg Hardy train, eh?
Yeah, bro. But he, like, I don't think he's great, but he keeps winning, bro.
Does he?
Well, he does. I mean, fair
Has
enough.
he
They
only
give
had
him.
one loss. Oh,
Yeah.
he lost that. Well, he got that disqualified, eh?
Yeah.
Bro, the dude's an animal, make no mistake. But he looks like he's like smokes crack on the way.
Yeah, but he had that whole thing
Do
about.
you think you
beating
started
his
testing?
wife and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, he was hectic. Do you think you started testing for crack? Alan Crowder. Do you know what I really want to see? But bro, look at these oaks.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
not the
Alan
greatest.
Crowder, sort of know who the fuck he is. Dmitry Smolyakov, who was 125. They pulled him out at the time of it. Juan Adams.
I think he was on a 2. I think he was 2-0 in the UFC. 0-2 in the UFC when he fought Hardy.
Ben Sossoli, whoever he is.
Click on Ben Sosson. Let's see what he's
Said
done.
he was number 1 ranked in Australia.
They're known for the heavyweights out down under, hey? My man.
Oh,
Did
wow.
he draw abs on himself?
He 100% drew abs on himself.
You scroll down.
Interesting fella. Must be his debut, eh?
Number 145 in the world.
Is he fighting in the EFC?
Number 3 ranked in Nevada.
Can you just scroll down to his record?
Trying to get there, jeez.
He's coming off a loss outside of the UFC.
Boxing though.
They literally signed this guy to fight Greg Hardy.
He lost in the Ultimate Fighter.
You think like Greg Hardy's just like a money trainer, just like, well,
Oh, yeah,
he's
bro.
selling pay-per-view, so
Yeah.
whatever. Just sign him.
People love to hate that guy.
Look, I want to see him get knocked the fuck. I want to see him fight Derek Lewis, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Well, it's like, we're going to talk about it later about the Yannick fight. It's like, that guy upset an entire nation, right? That
Dude.
everyone still follows his career to watch him get fucked up, right?
And he's not
Everyone's
disappointing.
talking.
boy.
Everyone in South Africa is talking about how he got murdered over the weekend, right? And it's because he pissed Oaks off years ago in South Africa.
I've never seen a crowd more stoked than when
Michiel
Michiel
murked him.
knocked him out. Oh my word. And then everyone was like, yeah, Michiel was doping. Yeah, that is correct. But also, he got slept.
yeah, cool.
We forgive
cool.
Michiel.
Cool. Yeah, cool. But he still knocked you the fuck out. Dude, I don't know. Yannick was quite weird because I actually interviewed him and his coach here when he fought Drickus. And he's such an interesting character, bro. Like he's...
He definitely puts on the heel role.
Yeah, it's
like-
a heel role for
yeah.
sure. That's not, and that's fine. I think at the time, it was like his whole kind of camp. They all adopted the same thing, and you kind of just like, yeah, cool, bro. Like we've already seen this, you know. But like he was actually quite like he was reasonable. Like he was a nice guy. Like
Yeah.
he had some cool things to say. But as soon as the talk got to Drickus, and he like changed his persona. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And he was like, yeah, like trying to like, he had like these rehearsed lines that he wanted to say about Drickus, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Scroll up to the headline. Did you read this headline? A veteran fighter won his Bellator bout by hammering his fist into his opponent's skull while straddling him on the floor. Wow.
This person is an MMA expert of note.
Alan Dawson, hang back on your journalism career.
My
man.
man, yeah, bro, I gotta see this, eh? No mercy, Melvin Manor, 43 years old, still doing the damn
In
thing.
fairness, though, you have to be crazy to accept a fight with
Look at the
Marvin
choke, bro. Oh my, that
Oh.
is.
He was protesting it, but he definitely went out
He was
there.
out. No, he was 100% out, bro. Look at him. He's still
Oh,
out,
those
dude.
shorts. You don't fight people with those shorts.
Bro, I would never fight somebody wearing those shorts. Not a chance, bro. Coming in Barney Rubble shorts, dude. No.
Do you remember when
thank you,
when
sir.
Melvin almost beat Robbie Lawler at Strikeforce?
Dude, this oak is actually an animal, bro.
Yeah. Well, within the first 2 minutes against Robbie Lawler couldn't walk anymore. And then Robbie Lawler caught that Hail Mary overhand
Yeah.
that slept him. That's the only problem with Melvin at this stage. Through his kickboxing career and his MMA career, he's been knocked out so much that his jaw's pretty weak. I remember watching a It's Showtime event, and I think it was Zabo Askarov, like, threw a head kick and like
Okay,
kind of landed
that's what I
on
wanted
his
to see.
gloves.
But
So
don't-
right hand, send him to the deck, pause it on. Check it this, bro. What is...
Oh.
Ooh, dude. Listen, Yannick is a unit, eh?
Yeah.
Was this at light heavyweight or at middleweight?
I think light heavy.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm pretty sure it was a light heavy, bro.
Melvin looked very out of shape.
But you'd expect Yannick to be able to get out of this, though, eh?
Yeah.
He's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, just right. There he's out, bro. His head bounces off the canvas. Here we go. Extreme close-up. Watch this, bro.
Pink.
Bing, boink.
He's out, bro. He's having a little... He's gone to nap town already, bro. I think he might have gone out twice.
Yeah, it's this one. Because then he like doesn't defend after this.
Check that. Bouncing off the canvas. Oh, my God. For all you Yannick Bahati haters...
Oh.
Head on, where are we, Rock? What are we looking at here? Bellator, Twitter or what?
I think he woke him up
Yeah.
with the next punch.
Bellator Europe.
Yeah, he actually beat him awake.
Yeah.
That's a fucking beating, bro. Go to Yannick Bahati's record for me, please, Rock.
I think he's on like a 3-fight skid now.
I think he lost, then won one.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And they were like, cool. He back in the win column. Here's Melvin Manhoof.
Oh.
Thanks, Bellator. Do you think?
Bellator love throwing oaks to that.
Do you think they've got the same dude who's been matchmaking South Africans at Brave? Doing the same matchmaking, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I remember
see, he
that
went on
tomorrow,
a skid. Okay, Drickus, Mark Shipman, Damon Jankowski. He's also a savage. And then he won one against someone who nobody knows.
4-4 guy.
Dude, but look at those fights, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so Drickus choked, Mark Shipman, KO, Damon Jankowski,
TKO.
TKO.
In 18 seconds.
Dude,
Yeah.
where
It's a rough
to?
time. Go back to Cage Warriors.
Oh yeah.
He should go
No,
back to
you'll
Cage Warriors.
I'm sure you'll stay at Bellator.
The Bellator generally don't cut guys.
Yeah, you know what? Like, I think it's so cool how Bellator have adopted that European thing, because it's a huge market there.
Yeah.
Because what did they take? Like Bama, they kind of just took over, eh?
Yeah. They
With
kind
Bama.
of like co-promoted at first.
Yeah.
I forgot he lost to Dalcha. It's
Yeah.
a boring fight.
Yeah, that was way back when already. Jeez, dude, did you see that video? Those videos are posted of Dalcha. Good lord, bro. Go to
That Oaks quads.
my or even just to Champions Instagram. Yeah, that should work. Dude, he looks in. It looks like he's backing down for light heavyweight. He's just gonna stay there. Because I heard they was talking about eventually cutting to middleweight, but he needed to go 2-0, and then you can change weight divisions, from what I understand.
Is it?
Yeah. So you sign your UFC contract at light heavyweight, and they were saying if he can go 2-0, he'll be able to change weight divisions.
Okay.
Where did he want to go? Middleweight.
Middleweight. Bro, you know, the look walks around, what, 93?
Jeez.
He looks like 193 China.
Yeah, at the moment, yeah.
Looks like he got
Let's have a
stung by a jellyfish. Everywhere.
In all the right spots to look absolutely shredded.
look. Oh no, my location's exposed. Thanks, AVG. Now everyone knows I'm at home. Dude.
But everyone's been in your
Look.
house though, according to Combat Sport.
Yeah. Combat Sport, my boy's been here.
Mr.
Yours.
Tinus.
Bro, look at this
Duplessis.
oak. Look at this oak.
Yes, he's an animal, bro.
Bro, look at him. Oh my word, bro. This oak is a beast, bro. Bro, and the one he posted today, he was doing like the same thing with the tire and then like throwing knees. Like, so I think it's obviously like Dave Dornbrack or whoever it is shouting at him like whatever, and like then he just like jumps up and throws a knee. Dude, this Look at him, bro.
And the
African, bro. Like I keep saying, people like everyone. So I posted the other one today on my Instagram stories, and everyone's like, "This dude's an animal." I'm like, how are we even the same species, bro?
Yeah.
How is this even fair, bro? Look at him. Look at the shark, bro. He's actually just a scary, scary mofo, bro.
What workout is this?
This is I'm gonna fuck somebody up workout,
This is like
dude.
kind of like old school Muay Thai. Like the type of training you do in
I think it's just
Thailand.
like conditioning, bro. Check, bro.
But his coach went to Thailand and lived in Thailand and did the whole Thai camp thing for a while, didn't he? He did.
You know more than me, boy.
No, he did. I mean,
Someone was saying to us that we should have a chat with Dave Dornbach. Apparently, he's pretty. Look, bro, he's got some. He's obviously knows a thing or two.
no, definitely.
Just doesn't know much about weight cutting, as we learned.
With the Luke saga. But wasn't that a different coach?
Yeah, it wasn't him. It wasn't
Yeah.
Dave. It was whoever was managing that.
Blows my mind.
Yeah, that's astonishing, eh? Astonishing. To go up a weight division and miss weight is astonishing.
He's not
It
the
confuses
first
me.
one to do that, though. There's been a couple of oaks that it's scary, like, move up a weight class and almost not make it.
Do you think like I think it's just like cool, you know, I'm just gonna arrive. I don't need to cut any weight, and 2 days later you get on the scale and you're like,
No,
oh fuck.
I think your routine completely changes. You know, the guys that were half killing themselves to make lower weight classes, they were so strict and like really following
Sure.
and then like coming so close and missing, and then they get forced to go up a weight class, and then they're like, fuck it, I don't need to.
Yeah.
I don't need to eat like that anymore. But then they realize that, okay, you were a lightweight trying to make bantamweight. Now you're a lightweight trying to make featherweight. You still need to actually
Yeah.
like keep your shit together.
Yeah,
So-
super interesting scenario. Oh, what was? Oh, we were looking at Boston. What
Yeah,
about
yeah,
this
Boston.
this card that just passed, UFC Tampa? Like there was some pretty fun fights. I think the standout was Nico Price, who's also an animal, with that upkick KO.
Yeah, that was crazy, bro.
Dude, that is one of the harshest KOs I've ever seen. And like from that upkick position, at like first glance, I was like, how the hell did he draw that much power? And then they slow it down, and like on his back in like almost like a guard kind of position, he like pulls his leg right behind his head and fucking whoops it straight bottom of the foot across the old James Vick's jaw.
But
bro.
I think, does it also go to James Vick's record? I think
He's
James Vick is also
struggling.
but I
that
think
was
he's
his
like a bit of
debut
a
at
weak.
welterweight.
I
eh?
think he's also got a bit of a weak jaw, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, very possible. So I think he was on like a bad run at
Because he lost to
lightweight.
Hangman.
Yeah,
Felder.
yeah, he's
as
had a
well.
bit of a bad run. The Texecutioner, my man.
13-5. He's on a 4-fight skid.
And those are some
KO decision. KO. His jaw is gone, bro.
Looking for that Bellator phone call now, eh?
Oh, Justin Gaethje is also not the type of oak.
Also, but look at those. Justin Gaethje last cool. Here's Paul Felder. Okay, cool. Dan Hooker. Okay, cool. Nico Price.
Done.
The UFC doesn't play games, bro.
Well, it is like the elite of the elite.
Yeah.
So I mean, like anyone that can string a couple of wins together is literally at
Raw,
like
can we
top
see
of the
that?
game.
Can we see that knockout, bro?
Yeah. Let's try to find it.
Forbes, eh? Who
It's
would have thought?
An interesting place. to look.
I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to see the video. I think we just became a sucker of
Oh,
clickbait.
there we go. There we go. There we go.
Hey, Forbes, come on, you biscuits. This video is not available in your location.
Oh man.
You sons of guns.
Oh, why don't
Listen,
you have VPN?
UFC, let's for sure stop with this blackout stuff for Africa.
I don't understand why they still do it though.
It's so weird, bro. I think they don't trust us.
These events are live in South
I
Africa.
blame the Nigerians with all their internet scams.
Did you see the
Also,
newest one with that
how-
astronaut?
Needs 3 million rand to get home, $3 million to get home. That's the
He's
best
got
shit ever.
15 million rand in interest and salaries paid or something like that. I was like,
How
okay.
annoying is it that
Click
that
on
the
that one.
UFC does that whole like you can't actually see the finish from these fights? Like I understand that they want people to buy the pay-per-views and watch it, But for places like here, where it's actually a little bit difficult to do that sometimes.
But for that card, you can't even buy it. You have to go into Fight Pass.
Yeah, so you can't actually go watch
Or
the
Super
finish.
Sport.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah, like
Not
this
everyone's got a-
online blackout makes no sense to me, dude. You see, same thing. Oh well. You could
You'll
actually
never see it.
you could actually log on to Fight Pass if you really wanted to. Let's not do that though. And then it was who was it coming again?
Cub
Jeez,
Swanson
oh, yeah,
versus
dude.
Kron.
This was I saw
But
I saw
I knew this was going to
a
happen.
debate, and this is what I saw a debate happening online between someone was like, who thought that Kron Gracie had zero offensive wrestling, and I was like, okay. And then the counter argument was like, you're underestimating Cub's game plan, like the body work and the way he was, like his lateral movement and stuff. Dude, and this is the funny thing with MMA. And I thought about it. I'm like, but I picked Kron Gracie when in the back of my mind I was like, but it is Cub Swanson. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
it's you and you get sucked into like this hype with MMA. It's quite funny, bro. And you're like, and every now and then that hype is like Israel Adesanya, more recently, and there's a couple of things that happen, but a lot of us get sucked in. Kron Gracie shouldn't have been fighting Cub Swanson. He's like, what is he, 1 or 2-0 in the UFC? And you're like, cool, here's an up-and-coming star. Let's straight away give him like the biggest test of his life. Like maybe
let's
cheer it up a little bit.
Let's take a step back though. Let's look at someone like Israel, right? Israel had a whole host of kickboxing fights and was highly successful at kickboxing before he transitioned to MMA, right? And then had a long record coming into the UFC and continued that record. Kron, while he was a good grappler, he wasn't the greatest gi grappler around. I don't think he didn't win a black belt worlds. He also, if I'm not mistaken, I think his best showing was ADCC 2013. I think that was because he beat Marcelo, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, he's also not the most phenomenal no-gi grappler either. He's good. He's fucking a million times better than me.
Yeah.
But he wasn't like this prolific grappler coming into. He was still riding his father's legacy, you know? And I had a feeling that he was going to come in there and try and like Diaz Cub Swanson, because he's so stuck into that camp and about boxing and so forth.
And look, bro, in his defense, I think he did do that, just not like on the Nate Diaz kind of level, with the boxing ability, bro. The amount of punishment that kid took and just kept coming forward was ridiculous. It was like insanity to the point where you're like, okay, bro, listen, like it's enough now, like calm down, Especially against a guy like Cub Swanson who's not going to let you off. And people forget Cub Swanson is a legit black belt who's been doing MMA for gazillion years, So what are you going to do with Cub Swanson? Are you going to grapple him? Are you going to out-grapple him? I doubt it, bro. Especially in an MMA setting of this kind, I doubt it.
I think if Kron could have got to the mat a bit more, like I think he
been
would have
interesting,
I think he would have out-grappled him
eventually.
The thing about Cub is that he's a really good striker and he's a really good like submission grappler. But he's not the greatest striker. He's not the greatest submission grappler. So when he comes up against guys that are great at those things, he normally gets dominated. But when he comes up against guys that are like good at those things, he can genuinely win those type of fights.
Sure. And then it was the assassination of Karate Hottie, bro.
I watched the highlights of that. It was hectic, bro.
That, to me, in my
you want
head,
to just kick the shit out of her.
In my head, that's exactly the way I saw that fight going. Like Michelle Waterson is good, but she's one of those who's just, when it comes to like the elite of the elite, she's just not quite there. I don't understand. I don't know why. I thought about it long and hard last night, actually. I was like, is it like a karate thing? Because all of these people that are 107-0 in like point style karate, like make for interesting styles and difficult opponents. But when it comes to like the elite of the elite MMA, they're just not quite there. Like Wonder Boy, for example, she's a good example. I don't know, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a camp thing. I don't know if it's a mind thing. Look,
I also
Joanna
think
is
she
a
was
savage,
extremely undersized for that fight. Like Michelle was the atomweight champion at Invicta, right? Now she's fighting ladies 10 pounds heavier than that. From my understanding, she doesn't do a heavy cut to get there at all. I think she's undersized at this stage for that weight category. Unfortunately, there's nowhere to go. That's it. You either fight there or you don't. We go back to Invicta.
I just saw that now, that Mackenzie Dern as well. Similar sort of scenario with Kron. You know what I mean?
She's just that was her first fight back from having a baby, yeah.
4 months later, bro.
Yeah, and she made weight like
For
decently
the
this
first
time.
time
Yeah,
ever. Dude, but yeah, it was one of those. Like, and that was such a cool matchup to make. You're like, okay, cool. Here's another black belt. Let's see what you do now. And then
Yeah.
you just get pieced up on the standing. Which
but
is quite
Mackenzie's good. She beat Gabby Garcia, huh?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that fight?
But couldn't get it to the ground, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, struggled to get this to the ground and just stand and trade it, bro. And just not her style.
Yeah.
She doesn't like to get hit as well. You can see it. She like turns away quite badly.
That was a nice card.
It was fun card. I enjoyed it. There's nice fights on there, bro. Eric Anders, my man.
Did you watch any of the super card from one?
No, I haven't actually.
So they did like a double card. It
Yeah.
was part 1 on the Thursday and then part
Yeah.
2 on the Friday. And then it was Angela Lee beat the other champ,
Yeah.
the Chinese chick from Bali MMA. And then her brother won the lightweight Grand Prix.
Demetrius Johnson as well won.
Yo, DJ the next day won the flyweight Grand Prix.
That's dude who
Ong
fought-
Sang Lang.
Yeah, Ong Sang Lang. That's
Beat Brandon
third
Vera.
division or second.
No, second. So Brandon Vera dropped down to light heavy.
Okay.
so
yes,
Ong
yes,
Sang
yes,
is
yes,
the
yes,
middleweight and light
yes.
heavy.
Light heavyweight champ. He's a monster. Eh?
And then Brandon was coming down to try and steal the light heavy.
But this isn't their titles. This is the Grand Prix titles.
Yeah, Demetrius is the Grand Prix. Ong Sang
the
Lang
others
was,
are the other ones.
yeah, was a legit. And Bibiano Fernandez.
How big is that belt on
I know.
DJ?
Say that's
Crazy, yeah?
Looks
Those are like
he's-
legit
Looks
belts.
like he's carrying like a
And then
travel case, dude.
Giorgio Petrosian also won the
Yeah.
featherweight kickboxing. That was quite interesting. You know, Giorgio lost the first round of that Grand Prix. He lost
Yeah.
the fight. Then they objected. They laid an
Oh.
objection to it, and they overturned it to a win to him after the objection. It's the first time I've ever seen it happen.
Bro, to murk Brandon Vera like that is no joke. I'd
Yeah.
love to see this Ong Lang Sang in the UFC, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Woo-hoo.
He's been dominant at one hand.
John Jones, dude. Hello. Oh, that looks slightly illegal.
It's legal in one.
Really?
Strikes, soccer kicks, knees to the head on a grounded opponent. As soon as they call
fuck
open
yes,
guard.
I was actually listening to someone talk about this.
This actually retired Roger Huerta for a while because he caught a soccer kick to
Yeah.
the head and was like, I
See
don't
us
want any
later.
of this anymore.
This dude's from
It's a nice looking belt.
Henry Hoofd's gym, eh?
Yeah.
It's a nice belt, eh? Legit. That's one nice belt. Dad jokes on a Monday.
Oh, this was Christian Lee. Oh, this was the Shinya Dalcha. Shinya Aoki also like such a sublime grappler for MMA.
Oh, slipping. Did we talk about Mzwandile Longwa? You weren't here.
Yeah, I wasn't here.
Bro,
That's bad, eh?
that was hectic. That was as one-sided a fight I think I've seen in a long time.
So bad we're coming back.
Have you watched the fight?
I saw the choke at the end. I saw him get picked up and like carried,
That was in the second round.
and then he got dumped, and then I saw him like sink in the choke and then put him to sleep. That I didn't see the whole fight. So
Dude, remember we were talking about his brother, like the absolute zero interest in the ground.
yeah,
It's astonishing. It is astonishing. You know what? And like without like getting too deep into anything, that's just, bro, it's so hard for me to say because like I really want to see this guy do well. Like I really
definitely,
do.
bro.
You know what I mean? Like I really want to see him doing well. But this like mentality of karate is the way forward, bro. It's gonna get you nowhere. For one, how these oaks thought they were gonna take on a guy like this with zero wrestling, absolutely zero, dude. Fuck, these oaks doing the same thing. Please do me a favor, go back and watch this fight,
Okay.
dude. It is like
Which Brave was it?
Look, none of the South Africans are getting like the nicest of matchups at Brave. You know,
100%. This one
It
was.
seems like
this one was intense.
it seems like every South African that gets sent there just gets a grappling heavy, wrestling heavy opponent, and the only person that's really done anything decent is Chad.
Yeah.
And then JP obviously had the one fight as well against the tough wrestler. But yeah, it's madness, bro.
Something's coming up here. Yeah, dude. Like, okay, this comes at Shimaev. Apologize if I butchered that name. Which I probably have. Hamzat Wars.
Did he weigh
Just
at
call him the
79
wolf.
kilograms?
Yeah, they made him. So, bro, like he. Not only was this like the biggest mismatch, they shout out to the Roaring Lion with that slick ass hairdo, bro. That is honestly the slickest hairdo I've seen in a while. There's a picture of this dude, I think, on a camel in the desert with no shirt on and that hairdo. It's the best thing I've seen in a long time.
Did you see his face when that
Carlos
fight broke
Kramer.
out at weigh-ins?
No.
He was shitting himself.
What a legend, bro. This poor man's Bruce Buffer, hey? My man.
This is like
He's
training
such
out
a
of
legend.
Sweden.
Bro, he's got Alex Gustafsson in his corner, dude.
Was this
Jesus,
fight at middleweight or what's going on here?
Dude, so from what I understood, it was he's at middleweight, and like
So he missed weight by 3 pounds.
no, 2 or 3 weeks later, because obviously Mzwandile Hlongo doesn't want to cut weight. If you followed him like online, he was saying, okay, now I have to fight at 79 kilos, whatever it was. So it was supposed to be light heavyweight, I think, originally. And then they just like changed the weights along the way. So then he actually had to cut weight. Remember, I still send you guys a picture. He was like, I'm cutting weight. It's such a random weight. And he's never cut weight before in his life. And he said this, he's cutting weight, but he had a pizza in it. Remember, I sent you a picture saying he was cutting weight. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He had a pizza in the corner. I was like, that's not how you
carb
did it, but
day.
anyway. Was it a carb day? Carb reload.
Carb cycling. It's carb cycling. Weight
Carb
cut
reload.
protocol.
Dude, so like, they were obviously messing him around a little bit. You know what I mean? Not only was it like a bit of a mismatch. And I was like, oh, by the way, it's going to be 79 kilos. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Oh,
Whatever.
is our favorite.
Oh, was that Daniel Cormier then? Didn't that dude go to the Olympics 7 times? He's
Yes,
wrestling coach?
Wrestling South Africa is not happy about that, China.
My man.
No,
Listen,
when's our special? When's the
You know
when's the
who's-
60
Just
minutes?
wait.
you know
I'm
who's
leaving it to wrestling.
you know who's
South Africa's
not.
hands.
You're leaving it to wrestle.
I'm leaving it in wrestling.
Bro,
South
look,
Africa's
okay,
hands.
look at this. Bro.
Oh, instantly, eh? Took all of 10 seconds.
Dude, and this is how this round remains.
Look, in fairness, though, if you see his knockout highlight, spinning back elbow of Torbjorn, you're definitely not going to stand and wait
no,
for that.
for sure. But, dude, like, anything. Offer us anything.
Hey,
Off
is
the
this in
ground.
60 frames a second. That's amazing.
Oh, it's brave. Don't play around, boy.
It is, eh? Tell that.
We don't mess
This
around.
this
brave.
event actually looks pretty full, eh? Where
Very
was
nice.
it?
This was
Dubai.
this was Abu Dhabi. This is Abu Dhabi. And actually, like Abu Dhabi City, not Yas Island.
Oh, okay.
It's a good event for them. It
Not
was
2
big.
hours outside of Abu Dhabi, eh?
No, not 2 hours out. In the middle of nowhere. In December.
On the same night.
Boy, listen, to be fair, there's not much that changes for the rest of this round. Some call it a 10-7, if you like. As you can see. But bro, like, zero. Bro, he's just like flat on his back. Okay, bit of a cage walk kind of thing. Dude, and if you listen in here, you can't really hear much coming from the corner either. Like, I don't know, maybe, you know, sometimes you can't, in their defense, sometimes you can't hear that. Look at that, bro. Walks into a mount. I thought it was over here. I was like, this is it, dude.
Yo, he's also strong, though.
He's getting ragdolled, eh?
Mzwandile is super strong as
Yeah.
well, like physically.
This is in that half guard. This is where how it stays. Go to the start of the second round, Rook. We've seen everything that happens in this round, but that's within the first 10 seconds. He's been hip tossed. Throws like a wild left hook, like ducks under, hip toss to the ground, and that's how 10-8 at least.
Yeah.
This is how it goes, bro. The dude doesn't get not a single thing off. Yeah, go to the second round, bro.
That's
It's heartbreaking, dude. It's heartbreaking to watch this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you want to see Mzwandile Hlongwe doing really well, and you want to see him like, you know, especially after what happened at the EFC. Like, I don't know what happened, but I mean, he's not there anymore. The dude wants to earn money. He wants to, like, you know. Also, you can't get a knockout and start calling the shots. It's not how it works. But, you know, he's active here. He's getting a chance. But we like for sure give it like a slightly easier fight. Okay, that's the strike he lands, bro. That inside leg kick, and I think that's it, dude. Check it out, bro. Look where his hips are, bro. He's not even like,
this is
check
what
at
I
this.
saw. He
Drags him
runs
right
in.
across back to his corner, bro. And dumps him, bro.
Oh.
Bro, he knew nothing. No digging for underhooks. Like, his hips are straight up. Bro, it's ridiculous. The guy's corner is like standing over him, bro.
That's Alexander Gustafsson?
Yes, that's what I was saying when we
That's
started
amazing.
this, boy.
No, I'm just saying, it's seeing it now. You're like,
And
wow.
honestly, like, if did you saw the choke how it ended, eh?
Yeah.
I think he goes out because he actually has no idea what's going on. He's not that he didn't want to tap, he didn't know what was happening. But like, he's out, bro. Look at that, bro. I don't even think he knows what's going down, bro. Crazy, dude. Crazy. That is as dominant you will see a victory, bro.
Yeah.
It's insane, dude. It's insane. Like, some dude was giving me heat online. He's like, I think that's unfair to say that he was dominated.
I saw
He
that.
landed some good strikes. I'm like, dude, he literally landed a leg kick.
Yeah.
A inside leg kick. It was more of like a rangefinder than anything. That's what he landed. Literally, bro, that's what he landed.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it was...
Like, the dominated is being nice, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely make an argument that he was going for back-to-back 10-8s there, bro.
100%.
Um,
And you get choked out.
but that's the other thing about Braves is they don't ever make fight like matchups to have like a fight of the night type scrap. You know,
Yeah.
they make fights like this guy's going to dominate this guy, this guy's going to dominate this guy.
But I
Just keep-
think that's a South African perspective, because that's all we see from our guys.
Yeah.
It's just like, they're like, cool, here's some surging Russian fellow who's been wrestling bears since he was a baby.
But I mean, like, you see Jeremy Stevens, Yair Rodriguez, and you're like, holy shit, they made that fight just so that they can have fights
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
night, right?
100%.
And then there's so many of those, you know, like those matchmakers will kind of like build like guys with potential. They like give them the right types of fights through
Yeah.
their career, you know?
I hear you. But also, like, don't you think, like, in a young organization, there's a lot of pressure to get, like, to a certain point, like X amount of champions, X amount of contenders, that kind of thing. Look, bro, it's very obvious to see what happened here. This guy needed one more win to get a title shot, and he's like
Okay.
a big star.
At
He's
middleweight.
he's going straight for the title from here. It like happens, they like announced straight after this. So if you're looking at, like, he's a big star from a big gym, you know, you get that like influence
Who's he
of all
fighting for the
stars.
title?
That Al Salwadi, I think it
Okay.
is, whatever it is.
Who's the winner of that fighting for the title?
No idea. Who are the prospects? Just go check who the
But that's at
champion is if
middleweight,
you
right?
can. I do believe so. It might be
Wasn't Mr. Hanekom promised the title shot at the last
eventually.
last Brave?
Wait, I might be wrong here. Anyway, my story was that dude's fighting for the title, so that he needed one more win, like to secure a win. You know what I mean? Like, cool. Well, there's this guy who can 100% just wrestle his face off.
Yeah,
You
100%.
know what I mean?
Okay, let's see who these champions are.
Bubba Jenkins,
Jenkins.
my man. Stephen Lohman still doing the damn thing. I don't think that's been the champion there forever, bro.
Yeah, but he's fucking good, bro.
Yeah, he's legit, eh? Keep going. Yeah, this Jarrell El Salawi. That's who he's fighting next. Is he middleweight? Bro, for sure. For sure. Say which division that is.
Yeah, this website's a bit confusing, yeah.
That dude is... Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not it.
Middleweight.
Yeah. Wait.
79.35. What weight category is that?
It's the same one Mzwadila had to weigh in at.
It's closer to Walter than it is to middle.
Hey? Like super welterweight.
Do they do like weird weights because they're trying to cut down on the weight cutting?
Dude, if I was still getting...
What's open weight? What's that thing flashing in the corner there saying open weight?
Yeah. This is... This is this tournament that they're hosting.
Open weight championship contest.
So they're having like a 8-man tournament. They're calling it the... Hang on. I just want to see what they're calling
We can
it.
sign up.
Yeah, you can.
The
It's-
KHK World
Warren, get in
Championship
there.
is a
It's time for a
special...
comeback.
Listen to
I'm not
this.
fighting again.
Listen to this, bro. The most valuable title belt in combat sports. And a prize pool like nothing else out there. It's like a massive tournament, bro. It's like Mortal Kombat.
Oh.
It's pretty
I
gangster.
love
I'm
me
not
some
gonna lie.
Mortal Kombat.
I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty gangster. And that's the belt. I'm guessing.
If Jean-Claude Van Damme is not in it, then it's not legit.
No, that
Listen,
thing doesn't... That,
I'm guessing that belt's gonna be worth a few dollars.
yeah, 100%.
That thing looks like it's got like the straps from like a Breitling watch.
Yeah, exactly. It is actually a Breitling. Just kidding. Don't you think like
If it told the
someone
time,
should
it
like
would
forward
also-
this on to guys like Cam Pritchard, maybe guys that are like waiting around. I don't know what the rules are exactly, but there's a thing going on about it because it sounds pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. And for sure, let's make it shorter.
$100,000 prize money. That's not really the biggest prize in combat
Mm.
sports
PFL, $1 million.
for like multiple weight categories, hey?
Yeah.
But that $1 million apparently is also done in like stages. Though. You don't
The
just
have at
heaviest-
least-
It'll be the heaviest prize in entertainment and sports history.
So that belt weighs 25 kilos.
I think part of the tournament is you have to make it like a WWE thing. You have to lift the belt out the cage and take it.
Yeah,
take
yeah.
It away.
It actually weighs 500 kilos, and you have to lunge it.
We're not like a Royal Rumble. Just throw like 32 men into a cage and like whoever gets chucked out, they're out.
Russia's like, hold my beer, bro.
Oh man.
They can apply from September 26th to October 10th.
Ah, missed it. 3 days
Hey.
later, KHK will announce the finals. Hey, they should have announced it. What's today? 14th.
God
Hey,
damn it,
Let's
brave.
have a look.
don't say 3 days later and then give it to us 4 days later.
Yeah, I'll be upset. Like I said, if I was still getting press releases from Brave, I could have told you all of this. But, you know,
Oh, have you been cut off?
cut China, my man.
Recently?
Not long ago.
Ah.
December. Last year, to be more precise.
Look at that.
No announcement.
105 applied. Only 15 have
oh, here
been.
we go.
Check the full list at brave.com.
News?
I'm gonna,
News?
I'm gonna go ahead and say that it hasn't happened. They've got a pretty legit YouTube channel though, where you can hear the roaring lion. Giving you
Reveal the
yes.
fighters
There
who'll
we go.
advance.
6.2 kg gold belt. Do you see that?
Heaviest.
6.2. Yeah, check it that. Had a 6.2 kilogram
Of gold belts. Something was definitely lost in translation there.
6.2 kilos of gold is worth a few rands, eh?
Yeah.
What's it like, 1,400 a pound?
Only problem is you probably.
That's not pure gold, surely not.
Hey, bro, listen, that's Bahrain, dog. They bathe in gold, dude. You think they can't make a 6.2 kilo gold belt? They probably made 5 of them just in case. What are you talking
Guys, we're a
about?
bit low on cash, but you know what? We're not low on.
Yeah, gold, bro.
Gold and oil.
Yeah, we'll give you 100,000, but we can give you lots of gold. I like it, bro.
Okay,
I
let's
like
see
it.
who.
I don't see that bolt lasting very long. It's going to get melted down. If it's 6.2 kgs,
Bro,
of
I'm
gold,
gonna
China.
make that thing a
take
chain
take chips off of it.
and run DMC,
I'll
dog.
take it straight to go and cash that in, bro. Just scroll down. Let's see who the fighters are.
15 chosen fighters.
Oh.
Gito in the center. Jeez, like that's a
Alex-
decent start.
We
Mohammed
got,
Fakadin.
Alexander Emelianenko.
I said that completely wrong.
Jeremy
Is that,
Kennedy.
Who's
Gilbert Arbor.
Hang
Fuck.
on, bro.
Ollie Larson.
Alex Emelianenko. Is that the dude who just came out of prison?
Yeah, it's Fadel's brother. Jeremy Kennedy, wasn't that the guy that was on the Ultimate Fighter?
Yes.
And he got kicked out of the UFC.
Yes.
Gilbert Arbor, he's from Holland. He's like tattooed all the way up to his neck. He was in the UFC as well.
Also in prison.
Seems like Brave's just picking.
Ollie Larson was also
ex-cons and
Cole
a
Miller.
big name on the Asian scene. Rourke, we're still trying to see the.
God damn it, Rourke.
Um.
Ollie Larson. Joshua
Okay,
Copeland.
definitely loses some. Cole Miller's back in the mix.
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
Amir Ali Akabari,
There's a couple of dudes from...
Rashad Coulter.
Actually from Brave. That Mohammed... I don't want to say it wrong again. Farkeruddin from the Lebanese brother. I think he was active in Brave already.
a prerequisite is that you had to have a conviction.
Criminal record.
Wasn't Alex Garcia also like a decent
Criminal.
UFC fighter at light heavyweight?
Probably.
The Dominican Nightmare or something like that.
Yeah. Sounds super familiar. But listen, when the South African counterparts aren't interfering, Brave is pretty fucking gangster. That's just the reality, dude.
Yeah, there he was in the UFC.
He looks like a nightmare, if I'm
Yes,
honest, bro.
China. Yeah, the
I
Dominican
want to see him
Nightmare.
versus Fedor's brother first up.
I thought he was still in the UFC.
Do you think they just chuck them in all at the same time? They're like, cool, bro, winner takes all.
Yes, he did. That looks like he did all the juice.
Dude, I 100% am not fighting that gentleman.
Just scroll on, let's see.
TriStar.
Ooh.
Oh, he's coming off a loss at ACA.
Caught McGee,
This is
bro.
why he's not fighting.
Ryan Flair.
Muslim Salikov. It's a monster. That's a good
He
win
beat
there.
Mark Powell, which is a decent win.
Muslim Salikov's also a decent win.
Mark Swick.
Sean Strickland.
Neil Magny.
Neil Magny.
Sean Spencer's a decent fight. Decent win.
Interesting. Jeremy Kennedy.
Oh, that's not the guy I was thinking of.
You're thinking of the dude who got kicked out for
JBC.
juice.
Yeah.
This guy
And he
looks
also
very-
lost his mind. He won the Ultimate Fighter and then lost his
Yeah,
mind
yeah,
and
yeah.
then left the
Open
final.
weight. This guy's a featherweight.
Why not, bro? Why not, bro?
Cole Miller as well. He was like a lightweight, featherweight bounce around.
Listen, whoever has to fight Fedor's brother, I feel very sorry for him. The guy's very scary.
Yeah, bro.
Alex Volkanovski. This guy
What,
fought Alex
what was
Volkanovski.
what
bro.
was Alexander Emelianenko in prison for?
Murder.
Probably like racketeering and
Something Russian.
just Wikipedia
I don't even want to start spelling his name.
Starts with an A, boy.
Emelianenko. It'll come
Oh.
up soon.
Oh.
Emelianenko.
I'm just going to wing it.
Bro, you
There
guys
we
do
go.
know that
Close enough.
you guys are now inviting Putin into my house.
You and the guy who's going to buy the EFC can... This guy looks like a thug.
He looks like
Dude,
he
go,
looks like
go,
if,
go
if,
down. Go down to
looks
the
like if-
bottom left. Open that picture for me,
if
please,
Kane
bro.
from WWE took his mask off. This is who you got underneath it. Sentenced to 4.5 years in jail for... Come on, bloody Albo, don't put dot,
Sexual
dot, dot.
assault or something.
Oi. Wasn't
Looks like
Brave
Fedor
getting
with
some
hair.
heat because of human rights violations on women? Because Bahrain was under heat for human rights violations, and it was run by the Bahraini family.
Alexander Emelianenko gets married in jail.
After sexually assaulting someone.
Bro, this
This
dude
guy seems like a bit of a thug.
does not fuck around.
And then his brother's like...
Please open that picture in the bottom left there. Bottom,
Which one?
no, there. Go up.
This
up,
one?
up. Yes. Good lord. Is this? You sure this guy shouldn't still be in prison?
Yeah.
Are we Brave? Are we 100% sure this guy shouldn't still be in prison? Has anybody gone over to Russia to double check what's going on? Look at this guy, bro. Good lord.
Yeah, he was definitely Kane.
He was 100% Kane.
Imagine you're busy doing the draws, right? And you, that guy, is at featherweight. And like, please don't get out of it. Please don't get out of it.
Oh, my hamstring. Oh, my hamstring. Oh, what would you know? Doctor says it's fine. No. Tell him to check again. Definitely something wrong. Dude, there's no ways. You can take your 6.2 kg gold belt and get the fuck out. Bro, open that one where they've made him look like he's just arisen from the dead.
This one.
Yes, sir.
Yo, check that
Holy.
mileage.
No, thank you. No, thank you, sir. That's what I have to say.
A long, bizarre interview with Alexander Emelianenko. I'm not surprised.
It's on Fightland.
Is it on Fightland?
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that.
Definitely.
What happened to Fightland though? They really slowed down. They had like
Yeah.
awesome videos.
I want that tattoo.
The tramp stamp on the lower part of your ab.
And no one
The
is
pathway to heaven, bro.
no one is tuning that guy about that tattoo.
No one said shit.
What did you
my
say
man.
about my tattoo?
He actually got that for people to say something about it, so he could beat the.
That's
crap
actually
out
why
of
he
it.
landed up sexually assaulting someone.
Yeah,
He stole her passport,
he stole her passport.
so she couldn't leave. Yeah.
That's some gangster shit, bro.
Jeez.
Okay, Fedor. We all have that one brother, don't you worry.
Oh, yeah. Fedor calls his brother the greatest of all time.
They just saw the thing today. They were like, you know, there's that whole thing. Tony Ferguson's the kind of guy. That whole like meme thing going around. It was like, Tony Ferguson's the kind of guy to take performance decreasing. Fucking life. He had a draw to Tony Johnson.
How much would someone have to pay you to fight in the Russian cage fighting championship?
I'm okay, bro.
Definitely not going to
I'm
that.
okay. I think that's where Stuart Austin ended up, bro.
Is it?
Remember, we were trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
He like fought for Putin in his house or something and got drilled. I'm like, probably should have expected that.
Oh, what's his record, Rock?
27-7.
28
28-7.
Seven.
Guys, we have veered down a very slippery slope here.
Yeah, I know this has gone pear-shaped.
Listen, EFC 83, 2 months away
I
exactly
say
today.
I think UFC should get a 6.2 kg gold belt.
I think they should get fucking Fedor's brother, bro.
Yes, yeah. This is.
He should fight.
And when he tells you
Yannick
how much he
Bahati.
wants, like, now you've agreed to it.
Yeah.
If I'm taking 2 million. No, we don't have 2 million. Okay, but I'm taking 2 million.
Or I'm taking all the women and children with me. Listen.
Are there any fights on the 83 card yet?
No, there's nothing. There's Drickus.
Don't be like that. Maybe there's a surprise.
I was there today, buddy. Watch me eat my words. Full fight card. Drickus
That's not gonna happen.
versus Brendan Lazar.
Scroll down, Rourke. That's
who-
not the right spot.
I sent a
Stuck.
message for the 10th time. Still waiting for a reply.
Brendan Lazar.
That's neither here nor there.
Tell him you'll interview him at his new
That's
gym.
what I said to him, bro.
Oh, look at that. So much potential.
So there's still Lino versus Manon that has to go on there.
Yeah, so that's done as we know, eh?
Yeah.
No, you guys see an empty card. I see potential for something great.
What
But
other fights do we know that's
But
not
it's,
happening?
there was, well, it's supposed to be Conrad versus Trezor.
Yeah, that's meant to happen.
Lightweight title fight. Maybe.
Isn't Saxon's on that fight card?
Guys, again, we went through this last week. I know nothing about that. I don't know what you guys are talking about, so you guys can speak about that. I don't know what that's about. So there will be a lightweight title fight.
But you just don't know who between who.
I have no idea. You guys are saying Saxon's fighting
Can
for
they
title,
bring?
so
If
I
you're
believe
doing
you.
a
I didn't
if you're
say
doing-
Saxon's not. I said Saxon is fighting.
If you're doing it, if you're paying, I'm guessing Duplessis all of the money. I don't. Can you afford to bring out Joe Cummins?
Listen, from what I understand is the EFC was saying that through all of this, the champions were always getting what they were contracted to get paid. So that's still been happening. I think, realistically, Drickus is taking a bit of a pay cut, possibly.
From his last fight in the EFC or from his fight at KSW?
KSW.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But I would imagine ticket sales, sponsors, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know, hey, we've got CM trading for you. Hey, you know, we're going to sort you out. I reckon he's going to be okay. How crazy is it going to be to see Drickus Duplessis fighting in Pretoria at the best arena
And he's
we
never
have?
fought in Pretoria, hey?
No, dude.
Oh, more they're gonna go ballistic.
Had they got Soldier Boy on backup in case they decided to make it?
Don't you dare, sir. Don't
That's
No,
you
a
I,
good
dare.
I,
idea.
I mean, I don't want that to happen. I want
you
want
dare.
this fight to take place. But I'm saying,
Just
you
tell
know-
me the times. I'm going to use this as the highlight for this.
I mean, like, but the reality is if Drickus falls off the card in Pretoria, it's a significant impact to the
Oh, bro,
card.
enter Gordon Rittman, bro. Problem solved.
How's this guy?
This looks on a mission today.
I'm just saying, bro.
Don't
He's the
bring
hometown
up-
favorite. What are you guys
Don't
talking
bring
about?
up the wrestler. Yeah, 7-time Olympian.
I didn't know we had a 7-time Olympian.
Pity we don't.
That's a fucking long career if you think about it, eh? What's 7 times 4? 21, bro. 21 years of Olympics. 21 years. I can't even watch Olympics for that long. Fuck. Imagine wrestling at the Olympics for 21 years.
Has wrestling made it back into the Olympics yet?
Bro, listen.
It's an exhibition
I
sport
say
next year, I
I'm
think.
gonna make lots of people cross
Oh,
Axe that.
This is what you do.
and put jiu-jitsu in there. Do it.
Well, I said let's axe judo, right? Because it's only a portion of jiu-jitsu.
You-
It's only a
you-
portion
you-
of jiu-jitsu.
Yes, our followers just went from, according to one viewer, 16 down to 12. Thanks to you.
Now we're gonna have 4 trolls instead of.
Keep wrestling in and throw jiu-jitsu in.
Or why
check
don't
out
we
judo.
mix
I'd
all
love
the
to see
sports?
jiu-jitsu in Olympics, dude.
Mix all of them. Make the wrestlers grapple the judokas and the
Yeah, just have
jiu-jitsu guys.
grappling.
Grappling.
Oh, there
Did
we
you
go.
guys
Oh,
see- did you
you're on-
guys
you're on the
see,
money there.
Did you guys see, what's his name for AC? Nicky,
Add striking, and then we could have a
the
whole new
big
sport.
fucker who was beating everybody, the blue belt.
Nikki Rodriguez.
Did you see him go straight into like a wrestling competition straight after
Yeah,
and get
but he got-
fucking slammed? bro?
Yeah, 12-0. You got technical in that part. Yeah.
Okay, so let's play matchmaker because realistically that's what we do here. Drickus, Lazar, we know Manon, Amanda, probably co-main.
I would assume you'd want to put like Martin De Beer on that card because he's probably going to do the camp with Amanda.
Sure.
Tressel versus Conrad. Put Martin De Beer. What is Martin? Flowett.
Yeah.
Put him
I
up
think
against-
all the flyweights are moving to bantam at this stage.
Okay, put him versus Ruvan together. Ruvan's on a 3-fight win streak.
Has that fight not happened? No, it hasn't. Huh?
No.
Or do that versus Hull Monkey.
Oh wait, 'cause,
Wade's gonna kill us.
It's not
dude.
his nickname, but it's gonna be his nickname.
Yeah, it's gonna stick.
um,
What Wade doesn't know is I'm gonna whisper that into Cyrus's ear.
you got
I'm
the
like,
mayor of Edenvale going. So
Hell, just say hell monkey. Just do it.
you got the.
What are
mayor
they
of
calling
Edenvale.
him? Hell monkey. Do you want me to write it down for you? But that dude's gonna hate us. Oh, that was fucking hilarious. Who are the fights like? If you're Graham,
Neil Duplessis versus Torbjorn Madsen.
bro,
We need to
Bro.
take credit for that fight.
bro, make that shit fucking happen, dude.
Hey, we started.
How
it,
can
it
you
got some
not?
momentum.
You have to have Neil on this card.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
If I'm EFC, I'm
And Torbjorn is super keen.
dude. I'm kitting this fight out CIT, bro.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm kidding it out. I'm getting Stefan De La Rey back in there.
He looked good in his last fight.
He looked
bro.
really, really good. Neil, Drickus. Who else is still actively competing out of there? Nerek.
Marino.
Fucking straight.
Was that his first win?
I think so.
No ways.
Yeah.
No, he had another. He beat
Yeah,
Ali.
yeah,
he
yeah.
had another one.
Yeah, it's 2-2 now.
What weight category?
Two
though?
pack. He's out of here.
Featherweight, I think.
Bantamweights.
Wasn't the last fight at feather though?
Might
Yeah,
have
I
been.
think so.
Look, I doubt you get all four of those guys on this card.
Yeah.
Nerek and Marino don't seem to fight that much though.
From what I
That was
understand,
like
they were having a
promotion-
lot of like negotiation issues with the EFC.
Oh, okay.
Listen, Rock, can you give us those questions, bro? Or they were topics more than questions.
Yeah, I'm not reading that one. Jeez, that guy.
Yeah,
wrote
let's
you a
let that
full,
dude
like,
stay
four-page-
anonymous, but let's
four-page spread there.
let's get the highlights of what
Gave
he
you a
was saying.
4-page spread.
Okay, not that guy. There's another guy. A long question.
The guy about the your favorite fighter thing.
Was the Bruno Makulu vying for the UFC shot a question? Or I think
think
you
so.
can, I think you can do it.
What?
Also, he wants to fight.
Who
Drickus
needs a
again.
win streak, bro? I mean,
He wants to fight Drickus
He
again.
always wants to fight Drickus. He
Does he
believes
value
beat
his
Drickus.
life?
who
Easy
needs?
beat
But
Drickus
yeah,
the
dude,
last
who needs a
time.
win streak? Why not? That makes sense to me.
Who needs a win streak?
You know? Wins don't matter, bro.
Wins
Fuck.
don't get your title shots.
I mean, bro, the dude sings his own song in his walkout. He does his thing, bro. He's an actor, comedian, fighter.
He's like the Will Smith of the EFC.
Bro, for sure, give him the Drickus fight. Maybe he should be on standby.
Yeah, eh,
Are you going to play his walkout song again?
No.
Haven't we been through this?
We've been through this before.
We've been through this. Please
we,
don't
we
make-
spent enough
please
time
don't-
on this already.
Please don't do it
We've
again.
spent enough time on this
there's a
already, Rock.
sequel. There's a
Please.
sequel. Yes.
I'm excited a little bit now. I'm not going to lie. Rock, are you sending messages?
No, I'm
While
not.
we're sitting here. Put your gloves on. Iluka Makambo.
Oh,
Buto.
Butu.
Yes.
I love these chicks jamming in the middle of nowhere. This video actually has a director. No, turn it up, bro. I want to hear this.
Oh yes.
Oh, this is so awesome.
That's pretty
bro.
impressive though. He jumped straight over that oak standing up.
Yeah, listen, bro. It's gangster. Yes. I love the
Can
part
we
when
use
he's in
this?
his
Can we scrap your current like intro song and use
Dude,
this
listen,
rather?
I'm looking for a new intro, bro. Maybe let's send him a message, ask him what the royalties will be.
Okay, I think we can cut this now.
Yeah, it's done.
I'm just getting into it, dude. What are you talking about?
When the
Do you
beat
think Bruno's
drops.
selling ringtones? Do you think we can get this as a ringtone?
Oh, I love this memorial thing every few seconds.
Okay, moving on.
No, let's end that.
Okay.
Shout out to Bruno Makulu.
It's a little bit
Next,
hard to find your questions
next
over there.
question.
Just go into the media in the group.
Got it, yeah. Okay. Wow, this one's long.
Sashin.
Just ask.
They're
Just
all
ask
long. Highlights, dude.
Okay.
What is the core of the
Um,
question? Sachin Ganjak, is that
What
the
are
one?
your thoughts on the SA team going to World Championships?
That's quite an open
Yeah, like what?
question.
I
Do
think.
you think the actual team that's going, or
I think
Yeah,
it's
like
great that
the
we
guy-
get to
the
send people to a
individuals.
World Championships. I think that with the right preparation, we've shown that South Africans can win at that level. I think there's a couple of prospects there. I mean, I think Francois Meyer's got a good chance. I mean, that oak's got an illustrious amateur career,
yeah?
and in most situations would be a professional fighter already. But yeah, I think the other problem is I don't actually know all the people that are going,
Yeah.
so I can't really comment
Look,
on
I
them.
think one thing that I've noticed this year that's been different to all the other years is the effort going into the team, especially from the KZN side.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And I know like they've been here, they've spent time with Richie, they've spent time at
But
FFM. And
that KZN side's even got some Joburg guys going down to them, as you can see.
100s, bro.
Mr. Mayo in Durban with Clint and
So
Will.
I like the preparation. To me seems like it's been way better than it has been in the past. So that gets me excited. The effort that's gone in to raising funds, to making awareness, I think it's on a level that it's never been before. I just feel so sorry for these dudes that as an MMA nation we don't have $1 to contribute to the shit. That freaks me out.
But,
Well,
But,
the KZN Oaks
is what
raised
it
some
is.
serious money for these guys,
Um,
and the thing we're going to this weekend is actually to raise more money for
Yeah,
them.
submission kings.
KZN was really on the ball, for through from regionals all the way through to all Africans and now
Dude, and like
worlds. They've been doing such
The
a
one
good
Friday
job.
night didn't JD had the guys at FFM the one Friday night, didn't they? Or
Mm.
two
Yeah.
Fridays? Was it 2 Fridays or 1 Friday?
Yeah, looked
Yeah,
like
the
they did
RMF,
some wrestling and
yeah.
sparring. Yeah.
Yeah. But the nice thing, like, I mean, Clint Walters, great stand-up coach. Great coach, I think, in general. Cool dude. William, great ground specialist. Getting in the influence of Richie to come in and teach, like, little techniques. Going to FFM.
Yeah.
A lot of... They've done a lot of good things.
Kaylee also came up to FFM
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
week.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
She was up for the Cyborg seminar. She spent like a week there as well. She trained with us I remember training with her a bit. Nice chick, bro. I think she's like, I don't know, it's so weird when you look at her and you're like, really? You know what I mean? She looks like she might, without being...
Do you know any of the guys
Controversial.
going that, besides what we mentioned already, do you know any of the guys that are a prospect to like maybe get a medal?
Dude.
So do you know who is going? He's not from
Eliza.
South Africa.
Is
Actually-
Eliza going?
So they
Yeah,
were
yeah.
there training the other day. I was for a second I forgot that he's not here. I was like, why aren't you training with the SA team? He's like, no, because I'm part of Team DRC.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
training with
He's
these
from
guys.
the DRC, yeah.
So he's going, but he's not training with him.
Yeah.
He just jumps into the
He's a
process.
Yeah, but
Scary
even
fella, bro.
even for
He's a very scary
even
fella.
for all Africa, he
Yeah,
Team
he
DRC.
represents it. Yeah.
Shame trained. Well, doesn't train by himself, but yeah, no Team DRC guys.
Bro,
Just train with him.
he needs no team, that guy, bro.
No, but
You
yeah.
rock up, fuck shit up, take his gold and be on with it. Dude, I want to say if the EFC don't. This is the thing that freaks me out sometimes about the EFC. I don't even know if they know who that dude is, bro. They probably do know now because of the link of people training there, working for the EFC kind of thing. But how is the EFC not scanning for prospects like that? Do you think they are? Do you think I'm wrong?
I think they might be, but I also think we mentioned this before. I think there's a career in being an amateur fighter at this stage. Like not a career as in like you're gonna
for
earn
sure,
lots of
for
money,
sure.
but I think a lot of these guys value being a world champion.
But listen,
at
bro,
an
if
amateur
I'm
level.
EFC invested in MMA, invested in the sport, invested in my business that is the EFC, I'm fucking watching all of these dudes, bro,
Oh yeah,
with
definitely.
a sharp eye.
No,
You know what I mean?
100%.
I just don't think that that's happening, bro, at all.
I'm not
at
sure.
all.
I'm not sure.
Well, that actually is kind of on to our next question.
This is one about the amateur event. There was some chaos.
Which amateurs should the MMA community be watching out for?
Eliza.
Eliza, Francois Mayer. Is that Andrew there?
Andrew
Caruth,
Caruth,
yeah.
Andrew
yeah.
Caruth. The lady is obviously Kaylee.
Who was the other
think
lady?
also-
Raymond the Cut, definitely is fighting for a title next weekend.
Yeah.
Gift, Nathaniel, Shannon.
All of
Julio
flipping good dudes.
Plakis.
Yeah.
Didn't Julio come third at the World Championships?
Yeah, he did really well. I think he medaled. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, who else? There's lots, bro. There's lots of talent.
Like at the moment, it seems like we have an abundance of amateur talent again.
Yeah.
And but lots
But
of
it's
like
guys that are
smaller
like
weight
stuck at
categories,
amateurs,
eh?
which is great.
Lots of smaller
that
weight
became-
category guys.
You
eh?
guys are forgetting that became a ruling a little while back. 10 to 15 amateur fights before you can turn pro.
Yeah, but no one did that.
But now it's like quite important. Like it's quite a big thing. So these guys have to kind of do that as well.
But I mean, we've seen guys recently come in on very low records.
Yeah.
So is it like a guideline or is it like a rule?
It's a guideline, I guess.
We've got this rule, but you don't have to stick to it if you
Yeah.
don't want to.
It's like eye gouging, fish hooking.
Yeah.
It's a guideline.
Kind of, whatever, bro. I don't know where you've been training.
Finally, I would like to hear your thoughts on amateurs looking at international promotions to begin their careers as opposed to the EFC.
Impossible.
No, I don't think it's impossible. Yeah.
With I think
Look, dude, I think there should be a process from amateur to pro to big organization. That's the way I
Yeah.
see it. Where are you going to go if not the EFC? You see, all of a sudden now, what's happening now with a lot of people is because Brave's coming back, and we've seen the announcement. Now you're looking again. These international organizations a pathway for South African fighters. Yes, but I don't think you can get there without earning time in the EFC. I think if you can't go from amateur to Brave from
Yeah.
South Africa. I don't think that's going to happen. You can't go from
It's
amateur to
difficult
one.
to convince a promoter to pay for you to fly out and your corner to
Exactly,
fly out and give
exactly.
you hotel and accommodation and
Exactly.
everything when you 0-0.
I think your best chance would be if you're an amateur here looking for an international promotion would be to get on Brave while they're here, because obviously they're looking for
Yeah.
local
And look how
talent.
that worked
Well,
out for Dimitri Fogg, bro.
But I also think if you win like a world championship, it definitely lines you up. I think Connie debuted at Cage Warriors.
Yeah.
You know, so I think there's a lot of value in winning an IMAF World Championships. So I think in that instance, if any South African won at that level, they could probably get into like the European scene or somewhere in the Middle East. But you're
I don't
never
think
going to
from
be.
here. If you win an RMF and decide, okay, listen, I'm going to follow this, I'm going to move to Vegas or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a different story.
Yeah. You'd
But
have to
from here,
relocate to
very,
that
very
area.
difficult.
You definitely have to
Very, very
relocate to that
difficult.
area.
I wish I could pull myself up on the seat, but I only have one hand. So it's fuck.
But John, I agree with you. It's very difficult to get over there.
Listen, bro, people underestimate the value of the EFC at times, and I think that's a big thing. There's, and I understand like the payment and these sort of things are a problem, but the smartest guys will understand the value and the necessity of the EFC to two things. Don't bank on the EFC that they're going to get you to where you want to get. You have to make that path yourself.
Yeah.
And two, understand the value of the EFC for you as a fighter if you want to get somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's
And I
that's
think
how
the
guys
only
should be
guys that
approaching it.
really have a leg to stand on when coming to complain about pay rates and stuff are the guys that with a bit of experience. You know,
Sure.
guys that are like 5 or 6 fights into this, the champions, the contenders, and so forth.
What
But I
you
mean,
looking
like
for
if you
there,
go
boy?
into any career and you start
Pressure.
out, if you
In
go
the
into any
messages.
career and start out, you get paid peanuts in almost every career. You know, so it's like, I don't know. You have to like earn your stripes at the.
Are you looking for the question about RFN?
No, I've got that. I was looking for more, but if that's it,
No, it's just there's 3.
3.
Yeah, there's the one from MMA clips as well. So the one about RFN,
yeah,
the guy was saying,
Well, yeah, the
Is that
thing-
Raw Fight Night?
yeah,
Actually, I'd like to see the results from that card.
he was saying there was
I
like
know the result you're looking for, and yes, she won.
She won.
How'd
How'd she win?
I don't know, but she did win.
this guy. Let's keep him anonymous for now, just in case. Oh my God! Look, I'm looking at the first picture, and I'm already shaking my head, and I already know the answers I need. So this guy was saying like there were so many things. It looked like there was a gym that was kind of bringing guys in off the street. They weren't wearing official shorts. There was all sorts of, just breeze through a little bit, Rock, what he was asking.
Yeah, he was just talking about.
Is that your Mart in the background there?
So many of my favorite oaks in that one photo.
Just guys competing who didn't look like they were ready to fight, out of camps that didn't really look like they should.
He looks
be
like
there.
a high-level competitor with these shoes on the
So
mat.
the guys had like zero skill. In his words, just watching them fight hurt my eyes. Fighting in shorts with pockets and zips.
So just let's just clarify something. What is this event? Is it an event in the cage, or is it like XKT
Oh,
events
no,
where
no,
it's
this
like
is-
where it's like a mat
No,
on
no,
the side?
it goes into the cage. Yeah, check it that RMF branding
Is it?
on the cage.
It's
No, what is-
WMMAA. It's part
Yeah.
of RMF.
Yeah. Okay, so there was a grappling
That
competition.
that acronym definitely isn't like user friendly.
I'm
just
also
keep-
pretty sure the
WMMA.
Oh, they're sponsored by the
MMA.
UFC, dude.
Shit.
Oh boy.
Shit. No, it's the cage they used
From the UFC.
for African championships. So it's obviously still got the branding because on Fight Pass, wasn't it?
Also,
Your story, bro.
I don't know. I'm just it's
Sponsored by Green Hill as well.
and Maxis.
And Maxis. Gotta love Maxis, bro.
square patties, life changing.
Square patties.
I actually used to love
that it,
Maxis.
eh? Is that all the pictures we're gonna get?
Wait, there might be more.
Where's the results?
Oh.
Oh, look at that.
No,
Have you
please
ever
don't
seen
play
this
that.
guy hold
Please-
pads?
Please don't play that. Please don't play that.
No, never.
Oof.
I don't even know who that is.
That's, geez, got 148 views. Respect it.
Wasn't this was the one where they brought out so a guy we used to train with had this gorilla tattoo on his chest, and I'm guessing they obviously checked this thing,
I know. who
and
you're
they used this as they used it as their logo, and he told them like, listen. you can't
But
use
was
my
his
artwork.
tattoo like an original?
Yeah,
So,
it's-
yeah,
it's-
it
they-
was
I
like
think
a-
they call it the Conor McGregor tattoo.
No, it was like a.
It was a gorilla. But did he have that tattoo made for him? Like, was it like,
I
or
think
was
so,
it like
yeah.
a stock image that he used for the tattoo?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Okay. So going back to what this
There's no
gentleman, this
results.
fine gentleman was saying, was there was a lot of dodgy stuff. Besides the short, was there more stuff he was going on about? And this event is being backed by Marsa, but it's, again, it comes to the question of Marsa about how these people are actually Marsa representatives just doing whatever they want. You know what I mean?
So let's run through what are the complaints? What are
Okay,
they
so
saying?
he was complaining that these guys. I mean, this is quite long. So
Yeah.
Okay, but just
try
the highlights of like what.
So
he's
just complaining that the one fight, or the three guys that this gym brought through, looked like they had zero idea of what was
Yeah,
going
they were
on,
like
and
they were like a
behaving
pulled off
like
the street kind of thing.
hooligans. Yeah, that's according to this guy's thing. Fighting in shorts with pockets and zips, which obviously
that's
isn't
not
allowed.
allowed.
And then the one was one of the fights. There was a doctor stoppage, and the officials from Marsa didn't know what they were doing,
They were checking the rule book
and
inside
stood
the
and read
cage.
the rule book for 20 minutes, trying to make a decision.
Okay,
And then
so like
overturned the ref's decision afterwards, because
So-
they said they got the call wrong.
so the problem is like a lot of the stuff he's saying is like a little bit grey, and you don't really have enough information to make a
Yeah.
full judgment of what happened.
Sure.
You know, like I've seen in the EFC where the guys are like, it's such a weird situation that they don't know what.
Yeah.
You know, it's such a
But that's also like Bobby and Ferdy and Vickers.
no hundreds. So I don't know who the officials were for this event. So you can't. I don't know.
Well, he
I
did
don't know
list
I
enough.
think for these smaller events, often they'll send out like the guys who are looking, because I understand if you want to work a pro card, you need amateur hours. Like you need
Yeah.
to have worked at so many amateur events.
But
So
for
I
sure,
imagine-
you can't just leave those people to run the show, bro.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying is I imagine that they sent a bunch of like trainees
and
through
nobody
almost.
else.
Like Mrs.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, look, it's
It
one
sounds
person.
peculiar.
It's one person's hearsay on an amateur event. Looking at this thing, this is the kind of amateur events that you don't really want to be a part of. That's my opinion. I've seen these kind of shows that don't last. There's a lot of, just looking at pictures of the people that are involved, you know there's going to be problems coming up. It's a lot of yes men, there's a lot of bullshit going on. There's a lot of people going to get sucking into that cock. The best amateur fighters will stay away from that. Stick to Alpha MMA. Stick to the bigger MMA shows that. Where
So
the
what
guys
what
know what's
what
going
amateur
down.
promotions are still around? So Firestar hasn't had an
GFC.
event for a while.
Yeah, GFC, Alpha MMA. Look, for sure, just stick to Alpha MMA. Let them just.
But I mean, you can't have
Stick to
all
it.
the amateurs in the whole country fighting off one card. So there must be something else. What are we missing? MFC. We're missing MFC.
Yeah.
What does Cape Town got?
CFL, AFL, AFPC.
CFL.
Is AFL doesn't exist anymore?
You sure? I'm pretty sure I saw it in the other day. Maybe it was memory.
Possibly.
No. It's just MFC now.
Look,
Wasn't
there's-
AFL
and there's-
Justin?
MFC's over like 100 events now. Eh?
Yeah, and there's a
It's a
few on the
big-
way. You see, Demart's going to be involved in a new amateur promotion,
Oh, what was that called?
like resilience fighting or something.
Yeah.
That gets me excited. I must be honest. I mean, like I know we've taken a lot of stabs at Demart, and it's all in
That's good. Yeah, I
good
just feel
fun.
like
You
it
know what
should
I'm
be
saying?
well
Like
run at
we
least, eh?
dickheads. You know, we're just trying to be funny.
That's what people forget is that we know we dickheads.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I think a guy like Demart involved in an amateur promotion is fucking gold, dude.
Oh, yeah,
That's
no,
gold.
it's
So I'm excited about that. And there's all this like uptake. And there was another amateur, but I can't remember who it was.
Patrick starting his one in Angola.
But in Angola, yeah.
But he said hopefully here soon.
Can't wait for that. Problem with Patrick is that he doesn't have the backing of MMA SA. So it's never going to come to
Oh, is
fruition.
it a fallout with them?
That's what I understood what happened with EWC and why they had to split and change names. It was there was things that were said on the show while he was commentating, like throwing jabs at MMA SA or whatever. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know.
Oh, that
Patrick's
was
just his
the-
own
Patrick should
worst
phone.
enemy, dude.
Patrick
That's
should
just-
phone in and tell us what happened.
For sure, don't do that, Patrick. And anyway, that's the last question. Let's wrap this
no,
up.
there's one more.
MMA clips, yeah. I'm saying that. Give us the last one. It's quite a fun one, actually, I think.
Alright. We often decide who our favorite fighter is based on his personality. But who is your favorite fighter based just on his fighting style?
So let me tell you, I can't quite put a thumb on it at the moment because I'm enjoying so many dudes. I like my style of like fighter that I love to watch is like Don's a good example. Like tall, rangy guys that have like a wide variety of strikes and like great grappling skills. I love that shit.
Yeah.
That's like my jam. I like wrestling as I get older, like more and more, like the technical aspects of wrestling.
Yeah.
But like a dude like Luis Pena, for example, like that long, crazy sort
He
of
lost
pressure.
those weekend,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
No,
It was a bit of a dodgy
Is
decision.
it?
It was
But
a bit
he's
of a
a
dodgy
tough.
decision.
He's tough, eh? I mean,
Tough dude, bro. I love that style of fighter, like Carlos Condit, bro. Like that's
I was gonna say like, you could either like break it down and like say this is my favorite MMA grappler based on his style and my favorite wrestler, my favorite. If you had to like break it down like that and like you came down to the striking, Carlos Condit has to be up there.
Dude.
Carlos in his prime,
Yeah.
TJ Dillashaw.
Rory McDonald, dude. Big
Oh
fan.
yeah, I know, as
Big
an all rounder,
fan,
bro.
Yeah, dude. Big fan of that style, bro.
As wrestlers, you have to definitely have Gregor Gillespie like right up at the top of wrestling.
Pre-whiskey Conor McGregor.
TJ.
The
TJ.
greatest grappler in
Dominic
MMA.
Cruz, bro. Up
I
there.
would
I'm
love
an
to see
all-time fan because that
Dominic
fight
Cruz
style,
and
bro.
TJ run that thing. They
I
run
think
that fight
TJ
back.
fucking
That was
murks him,
great.
dude.
What about greatest MMA grappler Damian Maia has to be on that list of greatest.
How about Derek Lewis, bro?
And who's the dude who beat TJ?
Cejudo?
The previous guy took not TJ who beat
DJ. Cejudo.
BJ Penn.
Oh, Ryan Hall?
Ryan Hall.
Yeah.
That
Leg lock specialist, bro.
Yeah.
Not my greatest
Yeah.
grappler.
Let's
Joe
break it down.
Lawson, he's coming back in
Yeah.
action soon.
Yeah.
Joe Lawson with that hip bump to triangle. I still do that to this day based on that little hip bump to triangle he did in the UFC.
But look, bro, that's like
I know.
it's such a cool question because it's again it's like falling to that hype train of people which we all get sucked into these days. When you break it down to like raw fight style, those are my favorites. Like
Yeah.
like long. I'll put it to you this way: if you're playing like UFC on PlayStation, who do you pick, kind of thing? You know what I mean? I love those long rangy dudes with weird dash chokes. Tony Ferguson, bro, fucking great.
Charles
example.
Oliveira, bro. How
You
many
know what I'm saying?
submissions that are on the
Fuck
UFC?
Charles Oliveira. I hate that guy.
You fucking hate Charles Oliveira. My goodness, bro.
But like I love those style of fighters. Like Don's like a perfect example from a South African perspective. Like that long, like rangy.
Did you like Max Holloway?
Yeah, I love Max Holloway,
Yeah.
dude.
No, he's
Love
awesome.
Max Holloway.
As an all-rounder, he's fucking great.
Did you see? You didn't watch Luis Pena fight, bro? Dude, that like is the craziest fucking. He's got such a weird style. You know what I love? Like when guys are super long like that, and they learn to do shit that only they can do. Like he did this, like almost like a. I don't know. It was like a triangle almost, so like a hidden arm choke with his legs, like from a weird position, dude. It's so like he gets taken to the ground and he kind of like throws this thing up. Let's
Was
see
it like
if
a
we can.
teepee or?
Dude, I have no.
Or did he
idea.
have
It's
just the
so
head in
weird.
and the two legs around the neck?
Let's see
and
if we
then
can find
connect
it
on the
because
back?
I'm gonna absolutely mash it
Is
up.
this who fought?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Matt Favola, yeah. I don't know if it's gonna let us see his highlights, but we can try for sure.
Of course it won't.
You
So hold on.
sucker.
Was his head in his guard, but his arms were underneath?
I think he was in like he was like in bottom side, bro.
Bottom side, and then shot up and like did like reverse triangle.
Dude, I'm trying to remember.
There's nothing, guys.
I almost want to go to Fight Pass just to make you see.
No, just go to Fight Pass. It's fine. Well, let's carry on talking about the rest of the guys. I mean, you have to put John Jones up there. I mean, that oak. Not only can he knock you out,
Pre-USADA John Jones.
not only
for
can
sure.
he knock you out, but he can also submit you. Like,
Yeah. Lately, like Thiago Santos, I think, like, let's for sure give him a break. Bro, how am I going to give you this code without telling everybody?
just go type it. Type on your
WhatsApp
phone
it
and
to
go.
me.
Fair enough.
Email?
Oh,
Never
there,
mind.
there. Just click.
No, that's the wrong email.
Are you cycling the whole? Are you doing the whole?
Yeah.
7-day free trial. so I had this.
I've been a member here for a long time, okay?
I had this problem with Fight Pass, right? So like.
Oh shit! You know what, dude? That email has expired. I don't know, but it should still work. Just jollycool@jollycool.com, and I'll send you the password.
I had this issue with Fight Pass where all this various memberships that I've had with them, I'd cancelled, but I was still getting billed. But then I didn't know on which account they were still billing me on, right? So I had like 4 or 5 different emails. So I like emailed Fight Pass and I'm like, guys, I cancelled, but I'm still getting billed. So he looks on the first account. He's like, sir, this account's definitely cancelled. Have you got other accounts? So I was like,
No.
I was like, please bear with me. So I give him like 4 accounts. He goes, okay, it's cancelled on all of those.
Yeah, so go there.
We need your credit
Just
card
click on early
details to
prelims.
see what's happening.
Yeah, click on that.
And then
Yeah.
eventually they found it. It was a glitch, but it's, yeah. They didn't feel sorry for me.
Flash player, you son of a gun. Anyway, that was worth a try.
Well, that puts everything
Go check it
into
out. Luis Pena versus Matt Frivola. Some crazy shit.
That's like the crazy thing, right? Is that there's so many like good guys coming into the UFC that there's a lot of like mid-tier, lower tier guys that are still making their name.
Yeah.
That have phenomenal striking, phenomenal like fighting styles, you know. And I know I've said it already, but like Gregor Gillespie, like him,
That
in
dude's
my
an animal.
in my opinion, he must be the best wrestler in MMA.
if
Right?
you can get past Kevin Lee.
Oh, he would definitely get past Kevin Lee.
You think so?
Definitely. I think the fight to see is him versus Khabib in a couple of years, bro.
Dude.
Have you seen how good this wrestling is?
You know, he's ridiculous. Ridiculous. This dude's like...
And he has beaten everyone so
He's
far.
like the boogeyman though as well. Like nobody wants to fight this dude, bro.
I
He's
think
like a
I
lightweight
think he's like a
Colby
wedding
style.
DJ as like a part-time job.
Wedding DJ. Yes, dude. He's so good, bro.
And like what people mustn't forget is like the people he's doing this against.
Yeah.
He's just ragdolling them like this.
Yeah, his wrestling is insane, eh? Wiry.
Yo, and
I think you also have to like, you have to like really appreciate wrestling to love dudes like this. You know,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
like appreciate what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude,
And the thing is, he's not
I
like,
love these
he's
like
not,
chain wrestlers.
he's
But
not-
they just need like one hand on a leg. And
he's
it's
not like
just
Khabib.
overs.
So like Khabib, like what he does is he controls the center and he pushes you to the cage and
Yeah.
takes you down to the cage. Like you know he's gonna take you down. He doesn't need to like throw some like wild
Yeah.
combination to get you nervous. Like he just gets in there and takes you down. Look, he's got a
good, eh?
decent right hand on him as well.
It helps, eh? Yes, and he throws it clean, eh?
Yeah.
Bang. My man. For sure, check out Gregor Gillespie.
Where's he from?
highlights
He's
on YouTube.
from Long Island MMA, I think. Eh?
Yeah. He does look like a bit of a Connie, eh? Alrighty, fellas. I think that's it for the week. It's been.
Yeah.
I have no idea what we've spoken about, but it's been amazing.
Blur.
Yeah, it's been 1,000 topics. That's what it's all about. Cool.
That's
Anything
what,
else?
that's what happens when there's no UFC. There's nothing to
Yeah.
nothing to praise or shit on. Just
when is our 50-50
50
special, Warren?
No.
It's the sex forcing
60 minutes.
On a
With
side
Warren
note
King.
though, Zebra Mats should definitely give us a discount on mats.
For sure, Zebra
Yeah,
mats.
using us as
Using us on their
Promotional-
cover page, bro.
What do you mean?
check
cover
out this.
page
We're
is
famous here.
Myself, Brandon O'Dear, Guy Lazarus,
Only the most
Rourke,
loved people.
Rourke
in-
Buffet, Graham Cartmile. Cover photo, bro.
Hey, Zebra.
Hit us
It's
up.
on the website.
Who's in charge of Zebra mats?
We
South
will
Africa?
change this entire studio
Train
where we
with
all just
confidence.
sit on the floor on mats if
Oh,
you
that'd be
guys sponsor
amazing.
us.
I'm okay.
That would be
I'm
amazing.
okay.
No, don't say
We
that.
do have Fuji mats downstairs. Some zebras would be great though.
It's on the website, Rourke. I keep telling you, Zebra
Wait.
Mats.co.za.
What
Jeez, Rourke.
an idiot.
There we go.
Yes, check it there.
Hey,
Who took that photo?
is that the PI?
I actually don't know who took that photo.
Nice. It's so sad to go to the PI and watch those mats just sitting there.
Let's go use them. I'm sure
Let's
we can go
steal them.
Cool, bro. I'm down, bro.
Yeah, it has that
I'll blow the whistle.
I take a little bit of responsibility for your
Check out
shoulder.
the gyms, bro. FFM, CRT, PI,
Apex.
and that's it.
Rico Hutting's also got a sick massive
Yeah.
gym.
But also,
Who's that? Renzo Gracie.
Oh, that Henzo Gracie Academy got booted out of the Henzo Gracie. If you don't have Fuji and Henzo Gracie, that's it.
oh really?
It's like that's their supplier.
That's the rule.
Who's grappling in that PR photo?
GBI as well also has zebra.
Oh, that's the fighter season 2.
Oh,
But seriously, hit us up.
speaking of the fighter season, you see Melanie won at European Beatdown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah, I saw that. Also, for sure, let's get a heavyweight fighter season 3. I don't know what gun to the head. What would you choose? Fighter season 3.
Light heavyweight.
Yeah, I think that's the thinnest division.
Because you also can, with
All,
light heavyweight, you
all
blessed with
African light heavyweight, bro.
yeah, and with light heavyweight, you blessed because most of those oaks can easily.
so
All
I think-
African, but you can't come from South Africa.
No, one or two guys from South Africa.
Come on, Warren, don't ruin the whole show.
Yeah, jeez, bro.
It's just going to be subtitling the whole
Yeah.
way through.
That'd be sick, though. That'd be sick. That one's for free, Graham. And on that bombshell, smell yous later.
Cheers, guys.
Peace.
Former EFC champs. It's fighter season 2.
Let's not do that.
Open weight, 6 kg gold belt.